Hello my dear students, welcome back to my channel. This is me once again, Teacher Teen, and for today's video, we're going to learn about something really interesting in genetics. So this is the continuation of our previous topic about the patterns of inheritance, particularly the dominant and the recessive traits. So this time, we will be discussing about the monohybrid and the dihybrid crosses using something called the Punnett square. So what does that mean? Alright, so we'll be using the Punnett square to make predictions, and I promise it will be easier than it sounds. And we will go to step by step so you can follow along and even try your own examples. So what are you waiting for? Grab your paper and pencil and let's learn how traits are passed from parents to offspring. It's like solving science puzzle. So let's get started. But before that, if you are new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell for more updates in Science 8. First, let us define monohybrid and dihybrid cross. When we say monohybrid cross, it involves one trait or one pair of alleles, and it is used to study the inheritance of a single characteristic. For example, we're going to cross two pea plants to study the flower color. Let's say, for example, purple versus white, wherein purple is the dominant trait and the white is the recessive trait. So our genotype example is the parent one is the homozygous dominant, so double capital R. So it means that that is the purple, the homozygous dominant. And then the parent two is double small r, and that is homozygous recessive, which means these are white. Okay, and the result, okay, all offsprings are heterozygous, and that shows the dominant trait. So we can see that it's heterozygous. There's you can see all offsprings are heterozygous, capital R, small r, which is heterozygous dominant, and it shows that the dominant trait. Well, when we say dihybrid cross, so a dihybrid cross involves two traits, two pair of alleles. It studies how two different characteristics are inherited together. So let's say, for example, we are going to cross the seed color. We are crossing the plants for seed color and the seed shape. So sa seed color, may yellow, may green. Sa seed shape, meron namang round or wrinkled. So let's say, for example, yung genotype niya, ang parent niyan is double capital R, double capital Y. So it means that the seed color is yellow. Okay, and the seed shape is round, so round yellow. And the parent two is double small r and double small y, which means that this is wrinkled green. So, ang nangyari dito, ang first generation, lahat ng offspring ay round yellow. And the second generation ay ayan. So, ito yung mga phenotypic ratio. And later, we will be discussing, I will give you example para mas maintindihan nyo kung paano ba nag-cross ng monohybrid at saka ng dihybrid cross. Alright. So, this is also a key differences between the monohybrid and the dihybrid cross. When it comes to traits, so traits involved, isa lang sa monohybrid. So, let's say, for example, ang pinag-uusapan lang natin ay dalawang parent. Ang pinag-uusapan lang natin ay height. Yung isa ay tall, yung isa ay short. So, what will be the offspring? So, only one trait ang involved. Parang kanina dun sa example natin ng garden pea, ang pinag-uusapan lang natin is yung seed shape, which is round, wrinkled. Okay, pag dihybrid, dalawa na siya. Two traits are involved. Kagaya nga nung kanina, we're in may seed color at saka may seed shape. So, dalawang trait na agad yun. Sa genotypic combinations or genotype combinations, sa monohybrid kasi, tatlong type lang yan. It's either double capital R or the homozygous dominant, or heterozygous dominant, which is capital R, small r, or homozygous recessive, which means double R. At sa dihybrid cross naman, usually ay 9 types yan. So, ito lang yung mga example, marami pa dyan. Sa typical phenotypic ratio naman, sa monohybrid, it can be 3:1, 2:2, 1:3, 4:0. Pero sa dihybrid, madami. Kasi nga, madami na yung genotype combination. Pwedeng madami na din ang phenotypic ratio. Basta tatandaan nyo lang kapag sa monohybrid, pag pinag-add-add nyo lahat ng ratio kagaya nito, 3:1. So, 3 plus 1, 4. Laging 4 lang dapat sa monohybrid. Pero pag sa dihybrid, dapat pag pinag-add-add mo yung 9:3, 3:1, dapat 16 yan. Kasi sa dihybrid cross, 16 yung boxes na i-fill out natin. Later, mas mauunawaan nyo yan. When it comes to complexity, sa monohybrid, very simple lang kasi 4 lang na box yan. Pero pag sa dihybrid cross, somehow it's more complex. Alright, so let us have example. So, ang gagawin natin sa monohybrid is, capital R is round and small r is wrinkled. So, ano mangyayari kapag yung homozygous dominant ay kinumbine natin sa homozygous recessive? Alright. So, una natin gagawin is law of segregation. So, isa-segregate muna natin yung mga gametes or yung mga alleles. So, yung una natin is, di ba ito ay homozygous dominant. So, ano ba yung mga pair of dyan? So, we have capital R, capital R. So, when it comes to the second parent naman, so small r, small r. So, yun yung gagamitin natin mamaya dito sa ating gagawing Punnett square. Right. Okay. So, gagawa tayo ng Punnett square. So, sabi ko nga sa inyo, pag Punnett square ng homozygous Punnett square ng monohybrid cross, 4 lang yan. Okay, ngayon, so itong mga pair of gametes, okay, pair of genes, yan yung ilalatag natin sa taas at sa tagiliran. So, yung una, ito, di ba, capital R, so dito natin siya isusulat, capital R, capital R. And yung other side, small r, small r. Kaya nga ang tanong, pwede ba itong magkabaliktad? Pwede bang itong capital R na yan ang ilagay ko dito? Yes, pwede. At pwedeng ito naman ang ilipat natin doon. Okay, pwede yon. So, kasi, magko-cross lang naman tayo. It's multiplication, di ba? Sa multiplication nga, ang 2 times 3 is also equivalent sa 3 times 2. So, walang pagkakaiba yun. Kahit pa ang gawin natin is yung R na maliit ang ilalagay natin sa taas. Okay, so now, ang gagawin natin is tatapat naman natin. So, itatapat natin. So, yung capital R, dito mapupunta at yung small r mapupunta dyan. Okay, so, ano po ang magiging result niyan? So, this will be capital R. This will be capital R, small r. Okay, saan ang galing yung capital R? Galing dyan. Saan ang galing yung small r? Galing dito. Next, capital R, small r. Saan ang galing? Nandito yung galing capital R dito at galing ulit yung small r dito. Sa baba, ganun ulit. So, itatapat natin yung nasa taas, capital R, at itong nasa tagiliran, small r. Okay, same with this one, capital R, at itong nasa tagiliran, small r. Alright, ngayon, these are the genotype, di ba? So, itong mga nasa loob, yan yung tinatawag natin na genotype. So, ngayon, lagyan natin ng phenotype. Okay, so, paano natin malalaman yung phenotype? It's either round or wrinkled. Yan lang ang pagpipiliin natin dyan. So, ngayon, how are we going to read the first one, this one? Yan. Ang lagi nyo titingnan is yung beginning letter. So, kapag capital yan, obviously, that is round. So, pwede natin isulat dito, this is round. And on the other side, so this one is nag-start ulit ng capital R, so it means this is also round. Sa baba, nag-start ulit ng capital R, so it means this is also round. And the other one, R, so this is also round. Okay? Ngayon, so ano naman ang kanyang genotypic ratio? Okay? Genotypic ratio. Pag sinabi natin genotypic ratio, titingnan natin is yung mga offspring natin sa loob. Genotype, di ba, we are referring to the letters. So, ibig sabihin, meron tayong capital R, small r, which is heterozygous dominant, ilan ang merong ganyan? Alright, bawat box, it corresponds to 25%. So, apat yan at pare-pares naman sila. Ibig sabihin, ang ating heterozygous dominant is 100%. So, now, when it comes to phenotypic ratio, okay, phenotypic ratio, titingnan natin is yung kanyang characteristic. Ano po? So, lahat naman ay round. So, kung lahat ay round, 25% times 4, it means that this is 100%. So, that's it for the monohybrid cross. Diba? Madali lang. Alright, another example. So, we have round, round. Pero ito ay hybrid na. So, ito ay meron tayong capital R, small r. And on the other side, capital R, small r. So, gawa tayo ngayon ng box. Hindi pantay ang aking box. So, sa taas, meron tayong capital R, small r. Capital R, small r. So, i-cross na ulit natin siya. Okay. So, capital R. So, homozygous dominant. Capital R, small r. Capital R, small r. Small r, small r. Okay. Burahin natin. Pangit. Small r, small r. So, ngayon, ano ang kanyang phenotype? It's either round or wrinkled lang. So, this is round. This is round. This is round. And this is, since r na maliit, so this is, okay, wrinkled. Alright, so ngayon, ano ang kanyang genotypic ratio? So, meron tayong isang homozygous dominant, okay, heterozygous dominant, at isang homozygous recessive. So, ilan ang may R? So, 1. Ilan ang heterozygous dominant? 2. 1, 2. So, 2. At ilan ang may ganito? So, isa lang, kaya siya ay. So, ang kanyang genotypic ratio is 1:2:1. So, when it comes to phenotypic ratio naman, look at it, ilan ang round, ilan ang wrinkled. So, round is to wrinkled. Okay. So, ilan ang round? 1, 2, 3. So, 3. And meron tayong isang wrinkled. So, 1. So, it means ang ating phenotypic ratio is 3:1. At ang ating genotypic ratio, 1:2:1. Alright, so this time, let us have the dihybrid cross. So, meron tayo ditong dalawang parent. So, the first one is the round yellow and the other one is the round yellow. So, kailangan mo nating hanapan ng pair of genes. Pag-iwalayin natin sila using the law of segregation. But, of course, paano nga ba natin makukuha yung mga pair of alleles niyan? So, ito, di ba ito ay capital R, Y, Y. Capital Y, capital Y. So, ito muna ang pagpapartnerin natin. So, meron tayo capital R, capital Y. And, sa kabilang side naman, capital R, capital Y. At yung nasa loob, at saka nasa loob, capital R, capital Y. And, loob at labas, so capital R, capital Y. So, ngayon, ito naman. So, meron tayong capital R, small y, R, capital Y, small y. So, una natin kailangan gawin is, syempre, yung nasa labas muna. Nasa labas at saka yung first ng second trait. So, capital R, capital Y, and then first and second, capital R, and then small y. And then yung nasa loob, small r, capital Y, at saka itong second at yung second, small r, small y. So, yan yung mga ilalagay natin dun sa 16 na box natin. So, yun natin ha. So, gagawa tayo ng 16 na box. Okay. So, itong nauna natin dito, lagay natin yan sa taas. Capital R, capital Y. sa kabilang side, ito naman. So, capital R, capital Y, capital R, small y, and then small r, capital Y, small r, capital Y. Okay, and then next natin kailangan gawin is syempre, isulat na natin. Ipagkocross, parang ginawa lang natin kanina sa monohybrid. So, ito, tsaka ito, pagsasamahin natin dito sa box na to. So, capital R, capital R, capital Y, capital Y. Next, ito ulit. Ito, at saka ito. Capital R, capital R, capital Y, capital Y. Same ulit ang gagawin natin. This one, tsaka ito. Capital R, Y, Y na malaki. So, kung mapapansin nyo, class, pagdating dito sa offspring na natin na nasa loob, laging pinagsasama na ulit natin yung magkaparehas na letter. Capital R, capital R, capital Y, capital Y. Tandaan nyo lang na kapag isusulat natin yung offspring, dapat laging nauuna ang malaki, ang big letter, followed by the small letter. Okay? So, next, ito naman, capital R, capital R, capital Y, capital Y. Okay, dito sa kabilang side, ito ulit, ganun ulit. Capital R, capital R, capital Y, small y. Capital R, capital R, capital Y, small y. Capital R, capital R, capital Y, small y. Okay, nagigets niyo ba? Can you follow? So, ganun lang yun. Pagtatapatin niyo lang ito, tsaka ito. Capital R, capital R, capital Y, small y. And then this one, may small r na tayo. Capital R, small r, capital Y, capital Y. Same ulit dito. Capital R, small r, capital Y, small y. Ay, sorry. This time pala ay, hindi pala siya. O, diba? Kailangan nyo i-check kasi mali. Capital R, small r, capital Y, capital Y. Ganun ulit, capital R, small r, capital Y, capital Y. Capital R, small r, capital Y, capital Y. And then dito, capital R, small r, capital Y, small y. Capital R, small r, capital Y, small y. Capital R, small r, kasi small yung r dito. Capital Y, dahil big yung r, y dito. And small y itong, and then capital R, small r, capital Y, small y. So, this is our dihybrid cross. Kaya siya tinatawag na dihybrid. Kasi nga, dalawa. Yung round and wrinkle para sa seed shape. At yung yellow at green para sa seed color. So, dalawang traits na agad yun. Isa, dalawa. Kaya siya ay dihybrid. Hindi kagaya sa monohybrid na round and wrinkled lang. Ang pinag-uusapan lang ay isang trait which is the seed shape or yellow-green which is ang pinag-uusapan lang is seed color. Dito, dalawa. Magkasama, Kaya nga tingnan nyo, pag binasa natin to, it's round yellow at ito naman ay round yellow. Ayan. So, ganun lang din ang paggagawa ng monohybrid. Okay? Ngayon, pag nilagyan naman natin siya ng phenotype, so, syempre, ang isasagot natin yan, lagi niyong titingnan is yung first letter. Kung yun ay malaki, malaki, big R, big Y, so, ibig sabihin, this is round. And for the capital Y, it's yellow. So, ibig sabihin, this is round yellow. Sa kabilang side naman, ito, round yellow. O, diba? So, pag tininalot natin ito yung round yellow, 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 round yellow. So, kung makikita natin, ang genotype lang niya, ang naiba lang sa genotype niyan ay, ayan. So, ang genotype lang natin ay meron tayo nito. So, ilan yung ating double capital R, double capital Y. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, 4. 4 na. And then, ito yung ganitong itsura. Meron tayong 4 din. And then, ayan. So, ibig sabihin, tiga-4 lang yung ganito. So, 4:4:4 para sa genotype. Pero pagdating sa phenotype, wala namang iba kundi round yellow. So, ibig sabihin, round yellow is 100%. So, that is for the dihybrid cross.